Hey everyone, it's the Cinema Dude, and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to do a director spotlight on David Lynch. Yesterday was his birthday, so it actually worked out. I didn't plan that, and then all of a sudden I came to be. And so we're going to take a look at what I have in my collection, and we'll go from there. So I'm only missing two of his theatrical films, and then one kind of industrial, his Industrial Symphony kind of movie he did. So I don't have those, but the other two I'm missing is 1990's Wild at Heart and 2006's Inland Empire, which is getting a Criterion release, so I'll be picking that up. I want to do, but we'll go through real quick. We start with the Criterion version of Eraserhead. I actually quite enjoy Eraserhead. It to be his kind of first film and such. It's very moody, very atmospheric. One thing I do enjoy about it is just has this kind of creepy vibe to it, and I really enjoy that. So it's kind of chock full of stuff in there. I'll just let you see what's on there and stuff. And that is Eraserhead. And then we have The Elephant Man. As you can see, I haven't cracked this one open yet. I got this one last Christmas, but still haven't cracked it open yet. But full special features, his take on John Merrick, who was the quintessential alpha man. He was born with a bunch of, technically, what would you call it? It doesn't say what it is, but it's like soft tissue and skeleton deformities. And they called him the Elephant Man, and kind of his story and such. Also produced by Mel Brooks, which is kind of interesting in that. So he goes from those two films to Dune, and this is the Arrow version of this. Chock full of stuff, has a nice booklet as well. Very nice release of this. Very misaligned when it first came out, and people kind of, threw this one under the bus, and the critics kind of ripped this one apart. And it took David Lynch in a different way. And, he had his two first, kind of an experimental one, kind of a Hollywood production, was given this project. And then kind of Hollywood said, nope. So then he went back to making his own stuff, which then would really lead us to Blue Velvet. Again, this is the Criterion. The Criterion version of this, and kind of one of his first kind of neo-noirs. You have Dennis Hopper as probably one of his best villains and characters, and Frank Booth, Kyle MacLachlan, Isabella Rossellini, Laura Dern. So, very cool little movie. Then we go into, I would say, what people, see, it's hard because, I know him for all of this, and a lot of people know him for his different movies, but if you had to pick one thing and say David Lynch, people would say Twin Peaks. And this is the definitive gold box edition. So in this, it gives you all the first two seasons, and I'll say why soon. Deleted scenes, a feature-length documentary, so a whole bunch of stuff as well on that. So, so this is Twin Peaks, his quintessential television show that kind of changed how TV and TV shows could be viewed, and it doesn't have to make sense and things like that. So he goes with that. Somewhat finishes it, but not really, as it was, kind of canceled after 2 seasons. But he follows that up with another film, Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. And Fire Walk With Me is kind of the last few days of Laura Palmer before the series starts. And so this is kind of everything that is in this release, again, by Criterion. Probably the darkest he's ever gone. This film does go, compared to kind of the quirkiness, there's definitely some dark stuff in the TV show, but Fire Walk With Me goes very dark, to where, compared to what came before, and I think that's what kind of turned off people to that as well. Okay. From there, from Fire Walk With Me, he has a 5-year period before he goes back into films, but he does do 2 TV projects, and these 2 are actually my 2 kind of most, I don't know how to explain it, like one of my 2 most cherished things I have in my collection, but it is On the Air. And he again teams up with Mark Frost from Twin Peaks, and does this, I'm going to say 7 episodes. I forgot what the total is of this. Kind of comedy, kind of Twin Peaksy kind of look, but it's at a television station. And so that is, and it's in the 50s, so it has a little bit of that McCarthyism and everything like that. And only the next 2 things are only on VHS. There is, let me correct it. There are some like Japanese Laserdisc of these, but in the U.S. these were the only releases. So, and then he follows it up with a HBO kind of special, Hotel Room, and where there's 3 episodes here. He did the first and the third. And like we said, it's kind of his take. They happen in the kind of the same room, but in different time periods and such. And like I said, another one I'm kind of very excited to have in my collection and stuff. Then he follows up all of that with another film noir, neo-noir, in Lost Highway, with Bill Pullman, Patricia Arquette, and this is the Criterion version that came out last year, and it is a pretty awesome film. If I had to rank them, they definitely, this one would be probably 3 or 4. So I really enjoy Lost Highway. Robert Blake, before he went and killed people, very creepy as a villain in this film. Then his next film, which is kind of surprising, is he goes Disney. Yes, it was for Touchstone, whatever the. Actually, it doesn't say on here. It just says Studio Canal, but that's not it. But he works with Disney and does The Straight Story. So this is his most accessible film. This one is David Lynch for family films. And it's about a man who travels by lawnmower to visit his brother who has been stricken ill, and kind of his redemption at their frayed relationship, his kind of look at life. The main character, Alvin, is played by Richard Farnsworth in I believe his last role, if not one of his last roles. He was dying at the time of cancer, and you really see it in this film of kind of some of the stuff he says is really him talking to the camera and stuff. Very good movie. This is the Imprint Films Blu-ray. Definitely check that out. Then we go into my favorite. This is my all-time favorite David Lynch film, Mulholland Drive. This is the Criterion release of it. Again, packed full of stuff. But kind of his, again, look at Hollywood and the underbelly of it. And it is mysterious. It is... has all these different things you can take out of it. But yeah, my favorite David Lynch film. Definitely check it out. And then the last two is he returns in 2016, I want to say. 2017. For quote-unquote season 3. This is Twin Peaks: The Return. And yeah, it was awesome. If you know episode 8, it is almost like a movie in itself, and kind of cool that he was able to go back and somewhat finish what he wanted to do. And then finally, we end with a DVD of his short films. It's not all of them, and let's see what does it say. Nope, it does not. I thought maybe it would say what was in this, but it's a whole bunch of his films up to a certain point, up to 2005. So yeah, that is that. So these are, again, my, see if I have my finger in there, but these are my David Lynch collection. Very cool director. If you haven't, if you want to start with something, I would either start with Mulholland Drive, in the sense of, yes, it is kind of, there's some stuff that they don't really explain and stuff like that, but I feel like it is one of his more accessible films, or Wild at Heart, or Elephant Man, and then work your way out from there. Or you can even start at Twin Peaks and kind of go into there. But that is my director spotlight for David Lynch. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. Comment below what your favorite David Lynch film is. Like I said, I only need 2 more, plus the industrial films, to kind of complete the collection in my director section. As you can see, I have Scorsese stuff in front of me, and on the other side I got looks like Orson Welles stuff back there. So, but again, comment below, and thanks everybody for watching. I haven't planned out yet what we're going to do next week, but just come on back and find out. But again, thanks everybody for watching. Remember, be kind and rewind, and don't find yourself in the anywhere in Twin Peaks, because you might want to get into the Red Lodge. You don't want that. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.